Alright, we're on for Twitch, and we're on for YouTube. Wait a couple minutes, update titles. I think I've got everything set up. So, stream is not going to be a bunch of setup, it's going to be some actual programming. Yeah. We'll wait a couple more minutes. Some Minecraft music playing. Yeah. Got chat open. What an ending to last night's stream. Oh, that was so bad. I'm so glad that Elytra was okay, though. Oh, that was so bad. Those of you who don't know, we beat the Ender Dragon for the first time. I fell out of the world when we were coming back with our Elytras, and Matt died in the Nether, and the Elytra almost fell in the lava. So everything's safe now, thankfully, but boy was that such a bad ending. They can't wait to go back to that world, though. It's kind of a fun world. Alright, I think that's long enough. So, hello, bot tricks. I hope everything's correct. You should be able to hear my voice. I changed a few things around. I don't think... Is the chat working? Let's just do a little test. Okay, it is. We're good. If I go to testing... There should be a chat. Ah, it's behind. There we go. And then the chat should also be in front here. Perfect. There we go. Sounds on both. That's funny. Okay. Good. Well, let's go ahead and get started. So... Today, I'm kind of looking at this item stack here, and in the future, I might want custom items. And I don't want to have to type all of this every single time in order to do anything. I mean, it adds a ton of flexibility, but it's not exactly what I'm looking for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come into here, and we're going to go packages. I'm going to add, we'll just call it custom. And enter off a class, we'll call it a custom item stack. So in here, I'm not going to extend anything, but it will contain an item stack. And we're going to have a code as well. So when creating one of these custom item stacks, I'm also going to make it abstract. So when we have one of these custom item stacks, the idea is when we're checking if it's equal to something, we're going to check if it has this code. Okay? So now we're going to say public custom item stack, and we're going to take in a material. Import material, please. If you hear some babies in the background, please excuse them. They are babies. There's also how do I want it do this? I think I've confused myself a little bit. Yeah, for custom item stack, I'm not going to make it abstract. Instead, yeah, how do we want to do this? We want there to be a custom item, and it's going to take in a material. It's going to take in a code, because we need that code. So the item is going to equal a new item stack, and it's going to take in the material. Then we're going to say, then in here, final, because we don't want this changing, of course. Then this dot code, it's code. Yeah, we're gonna want private final item meta. And we're gonna set the meta equal to item.getItem meta. Then we're going to also say if item dot does not have an item meta, no, I'm just gonna ignore that. We're just going to set the item meta. Then you know what? No, I'm not gonna make this that complicated. We're just gonna jump right into it. That sounds like the most fun right now. So first we need to make sure we can create arenas. So inside of commands, we're going to have the package Spleef, because we're gonna want it underneath the Spleef command. So this is going to extend a command. We're going to implement everything, tab complete and run, and we're not going to need any of this. Instead, what we're going to need is Spleef and description will be the main command for Spleef. Simple enough. And then inside of run, we're going to just say player send message chat color. So this only runs if the player runs /spleef or if it's /spleef and an unknown command. So we'll say please run /spleef help for a list of commands. And here we'll make it a little prettier. We'll say chat color dot gold, and then go back to chat color dot red. Can't forget that. Cool. So now that's good. And the tab complete is simply going to be a list. I guess I have to do it legitimately. So list, then string output equals a new array list, and we're going to say output.add, and the first item is going to be, well, we'll do help, and then we'll do arenas, or no, just arena. What else kind of commands do we want to do? Lobby. And then anything else? We can also technically do config. I don't have a problem being able to change the config inside of here. Okay, so this should do exactly what we told it. And inside of here, I'm going to put in our new... I think... No, I have to say public static final command. Spleef command is equal to a new Spleef command. And then in here, we're going to put the Spleef command. I always forget, this has to be above. Okay, so we got our first command set up. So let's get some subcommands working. So under Spleef, we also have the Spleef help command. This is going to extend the command class. We're going to implement our methods, and we're going to create the constructor. So inside of here, we're going to call it help. And the description is going to be display all Spleef commands. That's all it's going to say. And when we run, we're going... you know what would also kind of be helpful? So let's make this protected. And let's also make a protected final command parent. So we'll make a... No. Yes? We'll say in here, being able to see the parent would also be pretty useful. So we can say this dot parent is equal to parent. But down here, what's wrong? Oh, okay, just an update. We're also going to just simply have string name and string description, because I don't want to worry about that too much. So we'll put a name and description, and the parent will be null if it's blank. That sounds good. Then down here, we're going to say public boolean has parent. So first we're going to check for that. And return parent is not equal to null. And then we're going to say public command get parent. Return parent. Boom. Cool. So now we can get and we can check if there's a parent and get the parent. For command, what I can do is simply say add subcommand inside of here, and we'll do a new Spleef help command. And the parent for this command is this. So we're going to say command parent inside of here, and then we're going to pass in parent here. So now it has a parent. So now we know that there's a parent for this Spleef help command, and what that means is there's guaranteed to be a parent because it's only set inside of... Wait, where is it? Wait, where did I set it? Did I set it in the wrong place? Yeah, I set it in the wrong place. Well, no, we would. No. Okay, lovely. So let's go back into Spleef command and add this as a subcommand. There we go. So now we get the Spleef help command added as a subcommand to the Spleef command. So now under run, what we can do is we can do like if player.has permission, but for now I'm not going to worry about permissions at all. So let's go ahead and just do some basic player.send message chat color dot green. We'll have a bunch of this, whatever this is, Spleef help. And then I'm going to copy this. I need a plus here. And boom. Set. Now send message chat color dot gold. And so actually we don't even need to do that because we can say for each command under the parent subcommands. And then we can also say if the command equals this, then just continue. So we're not going to display the help command inside of the help command. Otherwise, we can say player.sendMessage chatColor.gold, and then we can say /spleef, and then plus command dot getName.to lowercase. And then we say chatColor dot white. We're going to have a dash chatColor dot green. No, we already have green. What could we use? Let's just use normal red. And then we can say command dot get description. So now it's going to say /spleef and then the command, and then it's going to say the description of that command. So let's say, for example, it's this help command. So it's going to say /spleef and then lowercase help, and then it's going to have a dash, and then say the description, which is display all spleef commands. Okay, so that works pretty well, actually. The tab complete should also be fine because we don't need anything in there. Let's go ahead and also, while we're at it, add the Spleef Arena command. Extends command. So let's get our implementations done here. I will do the one with a parent. Boom. So this one is simply going to be Arena. The description is create, list, update, or remove arenas. That's all it needs. And then underneath the Spleef command, we're going to add it as a subcommand. New Spleef Arena command. And the parent is this. So now we've got our arena. And for now, we're just going to send a message that says work in progress. What else do we need? We need... Because, what did I just click? I wasn't even paying attention to that. There we go. We also need lobby and configuration. That's right. Lobby and config. Where did I type that? I typed it here. Okay. So help, arena, lobby, and config. Let's get all of those done. So Spleef lobby command and Spleef config command. And now we just need to extend command. Implement the methods. Implement the bottom constructor. And do the same here. Extends command. Implements methods. And create constructor, the bottom one. Alright, let's get this set up. So we've got the parent, so let's get the name, which is lobby. Then the description is edit, teleport, and edit the lobby in creative mode. Player message, work in progress. Smiley face. Just so we can distinguish between the two. And this will be sad face. And then the configuration command, we'll remove this. Name and description. name will be config. Description will be just simply modify the configuration file for Spleef. Easy. Then we'll say player.message work in progress, and we'll say neutral face. Perfect. I don't think that actually works in Minecraft. I think it has like a hole in the middle. Those of you watching, feel free to leave chat messages. I'm happy with interactive community. Otherwise, if you just want to watch, feel free. So let's install this. Actually, I missed one thing before installing. It's not Arena anymore. It's Spleef. And this is just going to be the default Spleef. Now let's install it. I should probably change the version, but that's okay for now. Let's go ahead and place it on the server. It on. Perfect. And start. Now we can give it a good old test. So let's go to testing. Yeah, I'm still getting familiar with the interface, but... So let's get on. I do not need distant horizons right now. Okay. So it should be /spleef, right? So it says please run /spleef help. If I say whatever, it says run /spleef help. And the auto tab works. So let's do /spleef help. It does display our commands. So /spleef arena, create, list, update, and remove arenas. So that's awesome. I think I forgot to add the final one too. Yeah, that's it. That's right. I did forget to add those two. So let's go back to stop the server so that's ready for us to start back up. Let's go into the Spleef command and add subcommand new Spleef lobby command. The parent is this class, so alright, that should work now. So let's install it. Go to the server and bring it right on there. Then we start. Let's give it a test. Suppose. Yes, I use Pebble Host since they're relatively cheap and give you some pretty decent hardware. Oh, love this. Man. So we got Spleef. We got Spleef help, which now shows us more. See, all I had to do was type the add sub command, and now it is added to Spleef help. So that's awesome. So Spleef arena, work in progress, sad face. Spleef lobby, work in progress, happy face. Spleef config, neutral face. Oh, I guess it does work. Okay, so that all works, and you can always use the tab autocomplete. And yeah, so we got the first main commands done. So let's go ahead, go back to programming. I'm gonna have this still play this song because I like this song. It's my favorite. Commit. Let's do the 16 changes. And we'll just say added the main command with basic sub commands. We'll commit and push. Commit anyway and push. Push. Awesome. That's fine. We'll go to the project. Okay, sweet. Now, before I forget, let's go into the pom.xml. We are going to be working on this version now. Whoa! Magic. So now, what ones do I want to work on first is the question. Lobby, help, arena. Let's close some of these. Just to kind of get our bearings a little bit. You know what? These can just simply be public static. I don't even want to deal with anything. I have to pass in Spleef. Fine, a big fry. Whatever. But down here, we do need to add public file manager get config. Return config. Why? What's wrong? Am I importing multiple types of file manager? No, I'm not. Wait, what? Why are you angry? Public. Get file. Public. Venus. You should not be angry. What do you mean? Oh, get Spleef config. There we go. I see what's wrong now. Cool. Okay, so we added our basic commands. What to do next? So we could work on config, which is more boring. But once it's done, sort of thing. You know what I mean? So maybe we'll do that. We'll get the boring out of the way. So list string output equals new array list. So we'll say output.add, and this will be default pick acts. No, I'm gonna make it the same exact key as this. So digger, then output.add, and drop concrete likelihood. So those are gonna be our areas. Now, this is the reason why I'm passing in args, okay? I want to pass args so that I don't need to make a subcommand for each of these. I can just do it in here. So we're going to say if args.length is less than 2, and we're going to simply say player.sendMessage chatcolor.red. We're going to say that it was incorrect usage, so correct usage is /spleef config key, and then it will just say just key. So return here, but the key will also be provided through the tab complete, so that should make life a lot easier. Then after that, we will say, what should we say? Let's go with if args of 1 dot equals ignore case, then we'll do digger because that's the first one. Then you're not going to need any other arguments because it's going to take the item stack, which is inside of the player's main hand, and it's going to save that as the new default item stack. If item.get material get type dot is air, then we're just going to say player send message. You can't save the default pickaxe as air. So it has to be something. I don't want them that would be a really boring game, mining concrete with your bare hands. So if it's air, you can't save the default as air. At least get a stick. We could go more strict and say like item.get type dot name equals pickaxe or contains pickaxe. Like, but I'm not going to do that. That's not that fun. So we're going to say this, and then we're going to set that item stack. Okay, so we've got a small problem. The problem being that we're not really passing in the spleef for configuration, getting, and setting. And I do think that's important, but I really don't want to do that. Oh, come on. Honestly, this could be a singleton, not gonna lie. I could turn this into a singleton. Should I? Let's get instance. I mean, this generally does work. It's like private, static, spleef, singleton. And then we go in on enable and say singleton is equal to this. And then we return singleton here. Yeah, I'm technically, I don't want to do it like that, but whatever. We're doing it like that. Get instance, get spleef config, set. So that does work. File manager config is equal to spleef dot get instance, get spleef config. Then we're going to say it is already loaded, so we're good there. So config dot set, and it's going to be the digger to the item. I'm also just going to say this. What is this? Never. Okay, then we're good. What about singleton, huh? What do you mean? What do you mean? Best viewers on streamboo.com. Why didn't you say so earlier, manned scam PVCEE? I've never heard of that before. Okay, so we've got it saved here now, and now I can say if the args1 equals ignore case, and we will say the drop concrete likelihood. And then we can say we're going to try catch format exception, number format exception. Then in here, if this fails, we can just say player.send message chat color.red. The number must be between 0 to 100. Must be a whole number. So now we can say int % is equal to integer.parseInt, and we're passing in args of 1. So now we got the percentage. Also, since we are doing this, let's get you out here. Perfect. That'll make life a little easier. Then we can say config.set drop concrete likelihood to the percent given. After that, we say config.save. And under here, we'll say return. Now there's nothing after it, so it's going to be a little gray, but that doesn't mean that there's nothing else. Oh, actually, yeah, we do need to add something else. Because if neither of those are true, we're going to say that was not a valid key. Boom. Okay, so if this is true, then it's going to alter this configuration. If this is true, it's going to alter that configuration. Otherwise, oh, hold up. Something wrong again. So if args.length is less than 3, we're going to say player.sendMessage chatColor.red. This correct usage is /spleef config drop concrete likelihood, and then the value, basically. If that happens, we return, so that doesn't continue with the code. Perfect. And now this needs to become args of 2 instead of 1, because that's never going to be true. Good. All right, I think we got the configuration out of the way. Let's give it a quick test. Let's also stop the server. Yay, we have 0.0.2, guys. Wow. Interesting. My cursor stays there. Okay, sorry about that. Let's drag you on, and we're going to delete this. Delete trash. 47 whole kilobytes. Wow. Magical. Let's start. Go to the testing scene. And wait for it to start back up. That should be long enough. So now we got Spleef, config, and now it should say digger or drop concrete likelihood, digger. And so now there should be, it should say can't save the default pickaxe as air. But if I say I want this log to be it, then I didn't send a confirm message, but now if we were to go to the server itself, so let's go to Spleef, big, and now you can see it's changed to our oak log, with 1 oak log, item stack, yeah, everything else is the same. So it looks like it worked. So let's also go ahead and say /spleef config drop concrete likelihood. Let's enter something. Let's not enter anything. So it says correct usage is Spleef config drop concrete likelihood in the value. We enter some garbage. The whole number. The number must be a whole number between 0 and 100. I don't think, yeah, I didn't add any checks for if it's over 100. But if I say 33, it won't give me an error. We'll change that in a second. But now, if we go to the server and refresh this, I should say 33. Perfect. Awesome. So really quick, let's get back to the programming page. And we also need to say if percent is less than 0 or percent is greater than 100, then let's say player.set message chat color.red the number. We're just going to actually copy this. And then we return. But let's also make sure that we're alerting the player when it is successful. Goal. Successfully changed the digger to, and then we can say something like get type dot name dot to lowercase. And then we can go down here and say player dot send message chat color dot gold successfully saved the concrete drop rate to, and then percent plus percent. Did I do an exclamation point up here? No, just a period. Good. So now let's go ahead and install this one more time. Let's also stop the server. Go to the file manager, plugins, and I'm going to, let's switch to the server scene. I'm going to actually delete this folder so that our defaults are back. And I need to drag this on. So it should be our new folder. And this server should be starting back up. Perfect. So now, when we type /spleef config drop concrete rate -10, perfect, and this big, and I think 33.3 would work. Nope, because it has to be a whole number. Perfect. Let's set it to 100. Successfully save the concrete drop rate to 100%. What about 0? There you go. Now it tells us exactly what we put in. Let's go ahead and check that it updates. It should. Awesome. It does. Good. So let's go back to Minecraft and say Spleef config digger. Should change to oak_log. Perfect. That's what we wanted. And so now let's refresh and see, and it is the oak log. Awesome. So I'm going to stop the server. I'm going to delete this configuration file so that our defaults come back, because I want them to. All right, we got our configuration files all set up. Let's go on to Git and say completed basic configuration file saving on the Spleef, on the through commands. Commit and push, commit anyway and push, push. Perfect. Doing good there. Right. So the configuration command is done, which is awesome. What else do we need to do? I think that's everything for the configuration file, which is good because I get pretty bored with that. In the meantime, now let's create the autocomplete for the arena command. So we'll we'll do output.add. The first one is going to be what's it called? We'll do list. There's going to be 4. We're going to do create. And we're going to do edit. And we're going to do delete. All right, that should give us our autocomplete tab. Why is there a break mark here? Ooh. Oh. All right. So when this runs, this is just the default arena command. I mean, we can list the arenas, but that's not really going to do anything for us. Yeah, I guess let's just do create. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't switch back to programming. There we go. All I did was add this. So run output. Yes, let's go ahead and simply say player.sendMessage chat color.red incorrect usage / Spleef arena, and then we'll have a list, create, edit, and delete. Choose one of those 4. That's all we need there. So let's make a new package, Spleef arena, if I spell it right. Add a Java class. So this is going to be the arena create command. And I'll just create all 4 of them right away. Arena list command. Arena edit command. And arena delete. We got all 4 of them, but we're just going to worry about creating for now, which is probably arguably the most difficult of them. So let's make this implements, boom. Okay, so there's a certain way I want these commands to work, obviously, but let's do create, then description is create a new arena. Come on, for Spleef. Perfect. So now it will create a new arena, and inside of the Spleef arena command, before I forget anything, we're going to say add subcommand. We're going to add the new arena create command, and it's going to take in this as the parent. So we got create list. That's right, they're not commands yet. So we'll just do create. That's fine. Then inside of, so we need to be able to take in certain parameters for us to create an arena. That'll make it fun. What are the things we wanted to take in? So we want water or lava. We want Not that, not that. Those are already technically done. They just haven't been added. I guess it's just water or lava. How about size? Do we want it to create in a radius or do we want it to create in a square? Man, now I'm confusing myself. Let's. I mean, a square would be 10 times easier to make. I would honestly probably need ChatGPT's help or something to do the radius. Yeah, a square, unfortunately, would be easier. So we'll just do square. Maybe in the future we can add the flexibility there. But yeah, so we need water or lava, the size, so the radius in terms of square, and the name. So we need 3 things inside of the create command. So if the arguments is less than 3, then the output, so here we're going to say output, and up here we're going to say list of strings output equals a new array list. And inside of here we're going to say output.add water add lava. So that's going to be the first thing declared. Then we're going to say otherwise if the arguments are less than 4, and we're going to say output.add, and I'm just going to list out numbers in increments of 5. So 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. In fact, these are way too small, but 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, and we'll make it 100. Now these are just presets that you can autofill, but I'm going to make it a little bit better than that. We'll make it so that you can type in like 77 or something. Then that's the tab complete. So let's also run. Now, here's the hard part. Is if we want to create a world specifically for these arenas. And then the main world is where we would clone them, so to say. So that the arena world couldn't ever be touched. That would probably be best. So, before we do anything else, let's go ahead, make a new package, worlds. We'll just call it the Spleef world, or no, the arena world. This is where our worlds will be. So, our arena world, private. Honestly, I could abstractify this, but should I make it abstract? Would be underneath. Yeah, let's just do that. Because I want to. Custom world. See, I don't like going overly abstract, but I do like to make it so that I can reuse things in the future if I want to. We'll add a custom world. So that world is going to have a name. It's going to be a final name. And it's going to also put, make these protected and alive. It's going to have a world. Actually, no. It's going to have a world, I believe it's a world creator. So I'm going to call this creator. This is going to be protected as well. Then we're going to say public custom world. And this is going to take an string name and a world. We're not going to take in a world creator. We'll create our own. So this dot name is equal. Come on. It's equal to name. This dot creator is equal to a new world creator. And I believe we do need a passive. So now, what should I make the default? The default can be this dot. We'll say creator dot generate structures false. Creator dot okay, there's not a ton to work with here. Environment is the normal environment. Creator dot is there anything else that we need? Yeah, I mean, there will be, but not at the current moment in time. Because I want to make it an empty world. So that's fun. Get name, get creator. Then we're going to need public abstract void build. Then this is just going to be protected world. It's not going to be final because, oh, I do need to make this abstract. It's not going to be final because we do need to change it eventually. So world, get world. Let's not do that. Return. No, we can actually technically say that that's abstract too. So let's do that. Public abstract world, get world. Perfect. So now that's all good. It's so funny. It's so basic. Custom world. So now this is going to be the arena world. And it's going to extend our custom world that we just made. We're going to need to implement the two methods that are abstract. And we're going to need to match this. The arena world is pretty simple. It's just going to be arenas. Hopefully nobody names their server worlds arenas. In fact, we'll just say Spleef arenas so that it's even less likely. We got build. Okay, so we need to build, and we'll have a private world. Perfect. So building creator.generator settings. I don't have a clue as to how the generator settings works. I'm just gonna look it up. So we're going to say generate void world in Spigot 1.21.8. Spigot programming. fork of Void Gen? What does that mean? Oh, it's multiverse. I don't want multiverse. Stop. Is there a way to make Void World generate structure? That's interesting. How to create a Void World spigot. I mean, all of that is. Let's see what you have to offer. No multiverse. I think I typed the correct plugin. No, I want to programmatically add it. Stop. Some Void World Generator plugins. Stop. Plugin code generator settings. Creating Void World. You make a custom chunk generator and create a new world using it, then teleport the player. Yeah. Generating empty worlds. It's so complicated. Bro, that's so complicated. How come the default flat generator cannot be used? Can't use IDs. Well, can't you just use internal names? Minecraft Air, Minecraft Plains. Source code of Void World Generator. Not found. Not found. Void World Generator. Let's take a look. Okay, so they do the entire chunk generation. They make an entire... Wow. Okay. I don't care about all of that. I just want to create a void world. Well, let's see what this dude has to say. All he's saying... let's add generators in here. New Java class. We'll say it's an empty chunk generator, just like this guy does. Extends chunk generator. And we'll say an at override. Public chunk data. Generate chunk data at not null. World. Stop. Import. Not null. Random. Int x. Int z. What else is there? At not null. Bio grid is deprecated, but it's still there. Return. Create chunk data up the world. Okay, so these are all deprecated. Joy. Well, we know what that means. We have to look at some source code. Or make sure you give Void Gen some credit. gen. Interesting, so there is a different workaround for 1.17 and up, or 1.17.1 and up. Okay, so we need generator instances. Yeah, 1.17.1 extends chunk gen. Oh, that's so complicated for no reason. Stop. I don't like that at all. So funny. I don't know. I'm just nervous that this won't work because it's deprecated. Now let's go into the chunk generator and see what's up. Yes, since 1.17.1. Not implemented, no longer needed. So this is actually going to crash if I try to run it. Then what do I need to do in order to do it? This is deprecated. Create empty world bucket 1.17.1. Yeah, that person's doing it wrong. Generating an empty world. Okay. Well, let's try that then. We'll go into, so or dot generate or, yeah, so you can pass in generator settings. Type equals world type dot flat. I'll make sure it's a flat world. Dot. I wonder, does this return? It does return the world creator, so I could just compound it, but I won't. Generate settings. So let's take a look right here. They're saying this works. Whoa. No, no. Please. Joy. Okay. So we got the generator settings. All good there. Creator dot. We got the create world. So let's do world is equal to creator dot create world. But then under here we're going to set the difficulty to difficulty. We'll just set it to easy. Whoa, 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 what's up? It might produce. Interesting. Alright. We'll just assert world does not equal null. There you go. How would this return null? Just keep going down the rabbit hole. Okay. World.set storm to false. World. Let's also set a game rule for weather cycle for false. Set game rule dot daylight cycle to false. I want it to always be daytime. Set game rule dot mob griefing spawning loot. Yeah, we're not gonna spawn monsters in this world. Game rule dot. I don't think there's anything else I need to do. We'll also turn off fall damage in this world. That's fine. World.set time to 6000 L, which is noon. Then let's set. Is there anything else I need to set? Set. Those are all deprecated. Alright, I don't think there's anything else I need to set. So we've set the... In fact, I'm going to move this into the custom world as a default. We set it to be a normal world environment, a flat world, no generating structures. But then, I don't need this, I don't think I need this generator anymore. So let's delete. And then, inside of the arena world, we set the generator settings to air. And then we create the world. We set the difficulty to easy. No storming. World.weather. Is there a weather? Okay, that's fine. Then set the game rule. No weather cycle. No daylight cycle. No spawning mobs. No fall damage. And then it's noon. Cool. So now that the world is set... What? What's wrong? Can we convert? Oh, yeah. No, I'm not doing that. Then, finally, we get the world. Cool. So, we have our arena world set up. Let's go ahead and make sure it loads here. So, we're going to want private final Spleef arena world. Arena world is equal to new arena world. There's no parameters there. And then inside of here, we're going to say arena. Actually, we're going to do this up higher. Arena world dot build. So right in the beginning, it's going to build. Then we can say this dot get logger dot info creating arena world Spleef. We can say this dot get logger dot info arena world successfully created. Boom. So then it creates the arena world immediately so that we can use it. Now, down here, I'm going to say public arena world, get arena world. Okay, this should create it. It should create it void. And yeah, so if we say create, where's our create command? There we go. So inside of create here, we're going to want... Right, so we want 3 subcommands. We want to check if it's lava or if it's water. Something I'm going to want to store here is the config no config, no config. We're going to we want to store the arena config, which is spleef get instance get arena. No, not arena. Get arenas. Sure. And then we're going to want the arena world is equal to spleef get instance get arena world. Perfect. So now we got the information we need. Now let's go ahead and say if args.length is less than 3, so that means it would be arena. Okay, I think I have this one off. So let's fix that. Less than 2. No, I don't. Okay, yeah, I was right. So we're going to say player send a message chat color dot red. Correct usage is /spleef arena create, and then we're going to say water or lava, and we're going to say radius, or should we say diameter? It would be diameter. And then finally, we will say the name. Perfect. So this is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if it's less than 5, then we'll say this. Otherwise, we have everything we need. So let's go ahead and say if args of 2, so that's 0, 1, 2, yep. Does not equal ignored case water, or args of 2 does not equal lava, then we will send another message that says you must select rising water or lava and return. What's this saying? How is it? Wait, what? Oh, not or. I want and. There we go. Then we want if. So now we need to try catch. So try catch number format exception E. So if this fails, we're going to say player set message chat color dot red, the radius of the, what's this called? The radius of the arena must be between 20 to 100, not the radius, the diameter. And I can change that number later, but for now, that's what it will be. Return must be a whole number between. So now we have string type is equal to args of 2 dot 2 lowercase. Yeah, that works. Then we have int diameter. It's not going to equal anything. Diameter is equal to integer dot parse. It's not parse int args of 3. So if it's successful, then it'll continue onward. Otherwise, it shall not. Next up, we've got what was it? The name. So now we bring in, whoopsie daisy, we bring in the file manager. So then we check if arena.has and then args of 4. The problem then becomes case sensitive. Well, I guess it'll just be case insensitive. Yay! Player.send message, chat color.red. That arena is already in use. Return. Okay. Whew. That was a lot. Now, let's see here. Location last is equal to arena dot get location. Last used location. So if all these checks pass, oh, that's right. I need to say if diameter is less than 20 or diameter. I always forget. I have to come back and type it every single time. Player.send message. Actually, we'll just copy this. And then return. Okay. So we got everything. We got all the checks going on. So now we need to get the if arena.has last used location, then we'll get the location. Otherwise, it's going to be at a new location within the arena world's world at 0, 0, 0. That's going to be the last location. Then we're just going to have them all in a line, and since we know the maximum is 100, then last is equal to last.add 120, 0, 0. So it's just going to be on the x-axis. And so now how should we do this? So now let's say arena.set last used location to last. For the next arena that's added, that is. And this will be interesting. Let's I'm going to actually make a new package called World Edit. Credit to World Edit, but we're gonna do some World Edit creations, I suppose. And this will be final. But we're going to say public static void create wall with the material and from location and the to location. So this will be interesting. No, not create wall, just set blocks, in fact. So inside of set blocks, we're going to say basically for int x equals from.getBlockX, int y is equal to from.getBlockY. What am I doing? X is less than 2.getBlockX. Actually, no. So we're going to say min x is equal to math.minimum between from.getBlockX to getBlockX. We're going to do that with y and z as well. Y, z, z. Why'd you do that? Z. So now we get the minimum, and then we get the maximum. Okay, next. And this will become... confusing myself right now. There we go. Yes, I want math.man. Give me my math.man! Then we need the minimum x. X is less than or equal to the maximum x. I did it here too. There. And we got x plus plus. Or int y is equal to the minimum y. Then y is less than or equal to the maximum y. Y plus plus. Then for int z is equal to the minimum z. Z is less than or equal to the maximum z. Z plus plus. And we got the location of that area. We'll just get the world from the from world. And we'll do x, y, and z. That's location dot get block set type to the material. Perfect. Welcome to World Edit Shenanigans. I called it World Edit. World Edit Shenanigans right there. So now we got last used location, and so now we can actually start creating the walls and everything along those lines. What I can do is say public static void create wall. We're going to make the material and the location from location 2. So same parameters, however, we're going to be calling this 4 times. So now we've got, actually we can just copy this again. So now we know the x, y, and z's. What's the first one I want to call? So we want set blocks to the material. Then location is going to be how do I want to handle that? Because we need to go from one location to the next. And we go from that location to the next, that location to the next. Okay, so there's going to be 4 locations. Location corner 1 is equal to the minimum x. Wait, what am I doing? From .get world, the minimum x, the minimum y and the minimum z. So that one's simple enough. Then we're going to want corner 2, corner 3, and corner 4. So here we're going to go from the minimum x to the maximum x and the maximum y, but keep the minimum z. Then in here, so I'm going to need my paper just so I can sketch this out. So we've got our 4 corner wall that we want to create, and this is hollow. So we're going from x going this way, z going this way, and y going up. So that means if we go from the minimum of all 3 to the maximum of x and y, that creates that wall. Then we go from there to the maximum of z, maximum of x, and minimum of y. Okay. So the maximum of x, the minimum of y, and the maximum of z. Then, from there, we go to the minimum of z, the minimum of x, and the maximum of z, the minimum of x, the maximum of y. Sounds confusing, I know, but we're getting there, chat. We're getting there. Yes, that does look correct. That looks like it covers everything. So we go from corner 1 to corner 2. And we go from corner 2 to corner 3. And we go from corner 3 to corner 4. And we go from corner 4 back to corner. There we go. We set our walls. That should work perfectly fine. Good. Yes, I'm pleased with these two. We could do things such as replace, but for now, I mean, it's really simple too. Nah, it's okay. So, we got our world edit creations all set. Now, let's put it in effect. So, we need bedrock on the bottom. Int min x is equal to last.getBlockX. Int min y is equal to 0. Or last block y. Int min z is equal to last.getBlockZ. Max x is equal to is equal to the minimum x plus the diameter. Max y is equal to, we'll get it a 50 height. We'll do min y plus 50. Then max z is equal to the minimum z plus the diameter. That way it's flexible. So now we need world creations dot set blocks material dot bedrock. So this is the floor. So we need a location. So world, get world. And it's going to be the minimum x, minimum y, and the minimum z. And then we're going to same world, which is the maximum x, the minimum y, and the maximum z. That'll set our floor. Then we need to create, we'll set the ceiling first. The ceiling will be a barrier block. So that seems like they have some kind of place to go, but they don't. And it's unbreakable, which is nice. So we just change that to the max. Then what did I just do? Where am I? Okay. Then finally, we create the wall. I'm actually going to move creating the wall up here so that the bedrock will replace it. But we're going to say material dot. You know what? I'm going to set it to glass first so that we can make sure it works. So this is going to be a new location. World.getWorld, the minimum x, the minimum y, and the minimum z. Then we're going to do the maximum x, the maximum y, and the maximum z. And it should calculate the rest for us perfectly fine. After those are all set, in fact, since this could take a period of time, we're going to say check color.gold, creating your check color.white, diameter plus by plus diameter, check color dot gold arena named chat color dot green plus the name. No. Did I not save it as a variable? Probably did. I did not. Awesome. So string name is equal to args of 4. Oh, we got crying baby in the background. So we've got name plus chat color dot gold dot. Then it creates it, and that should be good. But now we want arena dot set arenas dot, and then the name of the arena. So name plus dot size is the diameter. We're going to say, we already know the name, it's inside of it. This would mean I need to change this to arenas dot plus this. Then not size, type, which would take in the type. And then we need arena dot set arenas dot plus name plus dot from, and yeah, that's fine. We'll just create a new location again. World.getWorld. Just bothers me that there's so many locations, but it's all right. Min x, min y, min z. Then new location, world.getLocation, max x, max y, max z. That is, I don't know why I did it like that, but let's do it like this instead. That's funny. From and to. So now we know the type, we know the size, we know where it's from and where it's to. Awesome. So we're looking good there. And after we're done with that, we can do arena.save. Say player.send message chat color.gold. Your arena was successfully created. Boom. Should be all set. I think covered everything in there. So this will create it. Let's also say teleporting. So then we can say player.teleport, new location. So this will legitimately be a new location. World.getWorld. And then we're going to do the average between min x plus max x divided by 2. Then we're going to set the y to 2, just in case. And we're going to do the min z plus the max z divided by 2. What is this one? Yeah, that's fine. I want it to be an integer. Whatever. They're going to stay as warnings. Then, when we teleport, we're going to want to set the game mode to creative. Player.getInventory.clear. We're going to clear the player's inventory. And what else will we do? I think that's good. Let's give it a shot. Install. I think... What do you guys think? I think this is good enough for 0.3. I think we've done enough typing. 0.0.3. Let's install this. Go back to our plugins folder. And let's give this a test. So let's drag and drop. And then delete the previous. And start the server. Let's go back to testing. Wait for the server to pop back on. Whew, that was a lot of typing. But actually, we should be able to see in the console whether it created our world or not. Looking. Creating arena world for Spleef, preparing start region, preparing spawn area, arena world successfully created, enabled. Awesome, so it did work. But now let's see if this works. So we got arena, create. So arena should show this. And then we got create. It says water, lava, diameter, and name. If I don't enter everything, then it's just going to do that. So we're going to do a bunch of gibberish. And we're going to call it test. Must select rising water or lava. So we'll do water. The diameter must be a whole number between 20 and 100. So let's do 19. That worked. That worked. And let's do 33.3. That worked. Awesome. So let's make it a diameter of 50, see what that kind of looks like. Creating, teleporting. Hey, it worked first try. Let's go. Made me a 50 by 50 by 50 cube pretty much. Made me creative mode. Cleared my inventory. I can break things, but that we didn't make that just yet. So if I create another one, let's make it lava. And let's make it 25. Let's call it test again, see if it... Okay, it's already in use. Test 2. This creates another one, and it's 120 blocks away. Let's go. If I make another one, that's test 3. Make it 100. It doesn't interfere with that one. It's just going to make all of these arenas in a line, and it makes it perfect to copy and paste them all. Okay. Let's do test 4 with another 100. Make sure it doesn't interfere at all, and it does not. So that's awesome. It looks like it worked first try, which almost never happens for me, which is great. I mean, 50 might be too high for a ceiling, but we'll see. It's Spleef, and so some people might want, like, say, concrete. Let's say some people might want it to be like concrete here and concrete here and just have multiple layers, while others might want to make a whole entire terrain and just have it not be like that, but instead a whole terrain. So it depends on the person. I think 100 is perfect for the large size, and I think 20 will be fine for the smallest. So let's see 20 really quick. Okay, yeah, this is really small, so I would probably say this is the smallest we should go. But thankfully, it looks like it all works. Let's see. Yeah, there's no errors in the console. And honestly, there's not a ton of lag either. It does look like there are CPU load spikes if you look in my bottom right corner. But the RAM is doing wonderful. Yeah, everything looks like it's doing fine, even though it has to do some pretty intense calculations and everything. So that's awesome. Am I missing anything? And it does teleport me to the center, right? Yes, it does. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. What I could do is make the height variable or make the height proportionate to the current arena. That would be fine. But I think for MVP, I'm going to keep it like this. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. We got a crying baby in the background. Let's stop and take a look at what we have so far. So we completed quite a lot today, actually. We were able to create the arenas. In fact, let's take a look at the server really quick. Go to the file manager, plugins, Spleef, and arenas.yml should have our locations of our from and to. So that way in the future we can just copy and paste those locations into where we're having our fights. Okay? So that works wonderfully. And I forgot to mention, it created a void world, which is exactly what I wanted. I'm shocked all of it worked the first try, to be honest. Let's do a git commit, because we did do a lot, and that's a lot to go over. But this is created custom worlds as well as the default or the arena world for creating arenas, and implemented the /spleef arenas or arena create command. Command and push. Command and push anyway. Push. Awesome. So we're updated there. All right, that's pretty exciting. We've gotten quite a bit done today. I might pipe on later tonight. We will see on how bored I am. But I think that's a good place to end it there. Those of you who are watching, let me know what you think of this. Like, am I doing a good job, or am I like I just want to know feedback and stuff like that. I do see people are watching the stream. I just don't know what they're thinking because there's nothing going on in the chat. Um, this is definitely not as engaging, I would say, as normal Minecraft gameplay is, but I don't know, it's just kind of fun. It's relaxing for me, it's enjoyable. This is just kind of what I do in my free time anyway, so just figured what was that? But yeah, just kind of let me know how I'm doing, if I'm doing all right, if there's some kind of change you'd like, or whatever. You just let me know. Otherwise, I'm